As you all know, there are thousands of higher education institutes around us. Choosing one among them for our studies is actually a task. Now, what are the different things that we have to take care before selecting a college for our higher studies? That's what exactly I'm going to discuss in this video. My name is Sreevidhya Santhosh and I provide unbiased guidance when it comes to higher education, premium institutes, entrance examinations, etc. The first and foremost thing that you have to check for is the recognition of the institute. That is where the UGC website is going to play a crucial role. But don't think that if the name of the institute is present in the UGC website, then it's all done. No, it does not work like that. There are certain courses in our country which requires additional recognitions. For example, paramedical courses. There will be certain courses that will require a certification or a recognition from the respective councils for running that course. And if those recognitions are not there, it will be of no use for you spending a lot of money to study that course and coming out with a certificate. There is something called equivalency that you have to be aware of. If you do your higher studies from an institute which is out of the state that you are residing, and for the higher education, if you're planning to come back to your respective state and do a higher education or work in your respective state, for some courses, again, I can give example paramedical, that will require an equivalency. If that equivalency is not provided by your state, again, you're done. So please check the equivalency clearly before getting into the college. The second major thing that you have to look for is the facilities that are being provided by the campus. It's quite unfortunate to say that even the engineering campuses that are in our country, I'm not saying that like all engineering campuses are like this, but a few of the campuses, they will not even have a workshop or a lab facility. What is the use of studying an engineering program from such a campus? It's going to be useless. It's going to be waste of time, waste of money. So please look for the facilities of the campus before selecting the campus. And the third thing is the faculties. Now, faculties are the people who are going to teach you these things. Check on the quality of the faculties. Now, you may be thinking to become a faculty of a college, anybody can't just walk in and become a faculty, right? So there will be a thorough checking and they will be good. That would be what you will be thinking, but it does not somehow work like that. Some of the places, if you go, you will find that the faculties are not that capable enough to teach you the subject. They may know the thing, but they won't be skilled enough to teach you the subject. So please check the quality of the faculties with the senior students who are studying the course there. They will be able to give you an idea about the quality of the faculties. Especially if you're selecting a private college, please don't get into the college without checking the quality of the faculties who are teaching there. The next thing that you have to look forward is the internship opportunities that are being provided by the campus. Some of the campuses, they will have facilities of giving internship to a lot of organizations. They'll have tie-ups. And if these tie-ups are there, it will be easy for you to find internship opportunities. Now, why should you do an internship? Always consider that internship is the practical exposure that you are going to get before applying for any job. And this practical exposure is going to help you while attending an interview. So I always suggest students to do as many number of internships while doing a course. If the campus has some sort of a tie-up with different companies, it will help you to get more internships and eventually that will gain more practical exposure. So please look into it. Some of the campuses will have sessions by industry experts. Now you may be wondering, what is the importance of having a session by an industry expert? As you all know, the faculties who teach there, they will be teachers. They will have teaching skills. But what about their industry exposure? Most of the teachers will have never worked with an organization. They would have studied from an institute and eventually they got into teaching. They've got teaching experience, but they don't have the exposure of working in an industry. The people who are working in the industry are the ones who will be able to give you a practical knowledge on what happens inside the industry. Now, such sessions by industry experts are going to help you for getting a job. There are campuses in our country which host a lot of sessions by industry experts. And you can also check for this. Some campuses, while they advertise itself, they'll say that like we have a lot of external mentorships. Now, what are these external mentorships as well as the session by industry experts? Both these things, I would say, fall under the same bracket. These are the things that are going to give you an extra boost for your career because this helps you in getting a practical exposure. The next thing that you have to look is the campus placement. Not every campus in our country has got campus placement facilities. What is campus placement? While you do your last semester of your studies itself, some companies will come for the interview, and if you're good enough, you will be placed. That's called a campus placement. What is good about campus placement? Rather than completing the studies, getting a certificate and going out and finding a job, this is going to be easy for you to get a job. That is why like people always look for institutes that provide campus placement. But nowadays, if you see, like not everybody is providing campus placement. But that does not mean that the institutes that are not providing campus placements are bad. So don't just look into the placement statistics and then choose the college. There are a lot of other things that you have to look into. Placement is just one factor. If you have all other facilities that I talked about in this video and placement is the only thing that is lacking, I would say if you're skilled enough, if you come out as the best candidate in the market, you can still find a job. It's not a major deal. But if the campus has got campus placement too, then that's going to be an additional bonus. Always check. There is a great difference between placement assistance and placement assurance. When you look into the brush of the institute, it may be written placement assistance. What is placement assistance? They are telling you that we will assist you in getting a job. That does not mean that they are giving you an assurance. But placement assurance is another thing. Placement assurance is where the campus is assuring you, you complete the studies from us, we are assuring you a job. And these two things are different, and most of the campuses, they offer placement assistance, not placement assurance. So please look into that factor too. I think I've talked about almost 6 different things that you have to look into while selecting a right college. If there is something else that has come into your thought, please jot down those things as comments below this video so that it will be helpful for the other people too. See you in another video. Goodbye.